Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest, where we are here with the Amethyst pack on Amethyst Mountain. That is Tempest, Chase, and their new pups. Look how cute they are. They're still just barely getting their footing for the first time. Oh, it really is just all these little details that take WolfQuest above and beyond. Oh, and it looks like Chase has fed them too now. We don't have a whole lot of food. I guess Chase could feed them a little bit more, but we're probably going to have to go get some here. We are, of course, playing on the new Amethyst Mountain update, which is out for real now, I believe. It is out of public beta, so hopefully it is pretty good. But as always, you can still send in bug reports if anything happens to go wrong. Sometimes that's just how things are with new updates, but hopefully now it's a lot less buggy than it was. Hopefully they've hammered out all those little details. But we're probably going to have to go hunting here because these guys are hungry. I don't think we're going to be able to get them totally full. Chase might. I suppose we can leave Chase here with them, but we also do have a lot of territory marking we need to do. There's just a lot of things that we're going to have to work on today with Tempest here, establishing this new territory. Honestly, we need pretty much this whole outer ring because we kind of accidentally offset. Oh. Okay, Chase, why don't you stay back with our babies this time? We will work on claiming some of the territory that doesn't need his help right now, and then we might call him to join us a little bit later, but for now, I think Tempest is just gonna go scout around, try to see if she can find some food. That's not food, that's big beef. And we're gonna see if we can find something to eat, and then maybe recruit him to come help us with claiming away some territory from the Rescue Creek pack up here. Again, it's not Junction Butte anymore. It's going to be interesting to get to know some of the new packs because the Lamar Canyon pack is actually the only one we've encountered before. But I'm going to let her go do that, and we'll catch up with her again in a little bit. Oh, we found an elk herd up here on the slopes. I think we're going to go ahead and do a quick hunt if we can find one. These guys are often pretty weak at this time of year. Maybe not that particular one, though. What about you? Are you weak? Oh! There's wolves here, though, so we might actually need to call for some backup. I didn't expect them to be in this territory. All right, well, now is as good a time as any to do this. I think they have gotten distracted by their own hunt, so I'm going to go ahead and call for Chase to come help us. Oh, and that works out, because then we can mark this territory. They assumed that I wasn't going to be a threat to them, it looks like. But I want to do a hunt. I also want to see if we can claim some of this territory, but these guys are not going to make it easy for us if they are lingering around in the background here. So I think it'll be for the best if Chase comes to help us. We can probably get these guys out of here, but the thing is, if you look at all of this territory, oh, and this is going down as well. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some help with the claiming. Okay, I think I can route these guys from our territory. Probably, yeah, they're pretty skittish and easy to scare off. So now that this is our territory, that's not too hard to do. They've decided that we claimed it. We kind of pulled a fast one on them there. But mostly I'm interested in this elk herd because I also want to make sure that Chase gets enough to eat. We want to make sure that both of us stay pretty well fed. Oh yeah, this elk is very weakened. This one I think will be fine to try to bring down. Oh my goodness, the entire herd is mad at me. Would you quit? I'm not after you. Oh my word. Look at this. They are, goodness sakes. All right, well, we can catch this one now that the others are running. Stop it. Getting absolutely clobbered by every other elk except the one that we're trying to hunt. But this one should stay down, and we should be able to take her down, hopefully just in time for Chase to get here. Yeah, he's making his way over. So we'll mark this carcass, we'll eat our fill, and then we'll keep Chase with us as we go to mark some of the more dangerous territory, just because that was 3 wolves that jumped us, and if we get into another scrap, I think we're going to want his help. Well, I think this has actually been a pretty uneventful trip here. We've made it all the way around the upper part. You can see that we've actually marked all of this. We just have to refresh. Okay, there might be wolves in that one claiming it actually, but we're gonna just mark this territory and then go reinforce the other one. I wonder if that's why it's been so quiet, because they're actively stealing from us. But yeah, we didn't even find a single fight. After chasing off those 3 wolves, things have been very quiet up here. Now, I wonder, is this is already down to 14. Oh, there's absolutely wolves in there. Okay. Oh, and there's a den over here. I wonder if we'll be able to find that on the way. It's definitely neat, though, to be able to run around in the parts of Amethyst Mountain that we really didn't get to see before. Like, this was always really deep in Stranger Wolf territory. Oh, here's the den. Oh, that's a neat one. It's another nice tree den. But yeah, it's neat to be able to run around in a part of Amethyst Mountain that we really didn't have that much of a real reason to go exploring in previously. Like, you know, there was no real reason to stay out of the no man's land. Those are just canyon dispersals. So there was no real reason to venture that far out of it unless you were going looking for a fight. There's bison here, though. And so, you know, you don't really get to see this part of the map all that much. I think it'll be really fun to have these different territory configs and to have dens and more things to see and do in this part of the map, because it'll let us explore a lot of areas that when we were just running around here only to look for a mate, we really didn't get to see. So I'm super excited about this the gameplay loop now being available on all maps. I think it's a really, really fun thing to have. Now, I'm not seeing any stranger wolf scents. Amazingly. Would they be cutting through another part of the territory? I guess they could be up here somewhere. I'm just a little scared that if we leave, it's going to start dropping rapidly again. I think Tempest would want to go investigate, although we should get back. We are very much running out of stamina. I think we're already out of stamina, and our affinity has dropped quite rapidly because both of us have been gone all day. Not really seeing anything up here. Just mule deer. Yeah, this is probably not worth our time to investigate, honestly. Whoever was in here hopefully will leave and not cause us further problems. We gotta get back to the den and the pups before we're entirely, well, I think we are entirely out of energy, but before they start leaving the den. Here we are. Oh, the pups are looking a little bit less wobbly, too. It seems like they've kind of gotten a hang of walking around a bit more, so they don't stay too unsteady for too long. They pretty quickly get their footing, hopefully before any predators manage to locate the den, because, yeah, that would be scary to deal with little pups, with the wobbly pups. It is very cute while it lasts, though. However, our affinity is now very far down. I don't think... We probably shouldn't do what we just did very often, but hopefully now that we've finished establishing our territory, we won't have to. We'll be able to take turns staying at the den and heading out. Oh, goodness, we really can't even raise the affinity that far. Well, that could be an issue in the morning, but... It's definitely an issue that we'll have to address the next day here. We're pretty tired, the pups are tired, I think, and now that they're fairly full on food, I think we should go ahead and rest the night and catch back up with the pack in the morning. And with that, morning is here, oh boy, and I see an eagle. I hope that that's not headed for our den. I'm keeping an eye out on it for sure, but we need to get that affinity up, because if we don't, we're not going to be very able to do too much. How's our territory? Goodness sakes! Yeah, there is that one hex that we're not going to be able to claim because of the world border, and I really hope that that doesn't end up posing an issue. That's sometimes a challenge on certain parts of certain maps. Oh goodness, and we really can't raise our affinity any more than this. Well, I guess we... Okay, I guess Chase must have had enough food to feed him, so I will let them eat. Oh, interesting. Chase is actually headed out on his own. Well, I guess we can hang out here at the den with the pups a little bit. We haven't named them yet either, by the way. We'll be doing that, not next episode probably, but the episode after. Oh my goodness, this whole bunch of pups is very rowdy. Oh my word. Chase, are you sure about this? Look at them all running around. So they're a lot more active now than they used to be with the new AI. It seems like we've got a pretty rowdy bunch of them here. Goodness sakes! Oh man, I don't mind them scampering about, but I'm a little bit worried that we're gonna have like a mass exodus away from the den and a bunch of pups get lost. Oh goodness, and the stumps here in the winter are incredibly suspicious. I just looked at that one and thought it was a bear for half a second there. No, that's nothing new for me, but I always get really paranoid, especially being by the den alone here. But I guess, yeah, Chase is headed down this way. I hope he's not going all the way out to that bit of territory there. Look at these guys all romping around. It's very fun to watch, but it's also incredibly nerve-wracking to see them all galumphing about and having the zoomies. It makes sense. They are pups. They're full of energy, but I'm a little worried that they're all just gonna take off into the unknown here. Hopefully Chase will come back before too long, and we can also head out and go get some food, but we'll see. In fact, I might honestly send these guys into the den for a bit, go get food, mark that 1 hex, and then come back, just so that we have that. Like, I don't think that'll be too terrible of a trip to take here, so I think we will go do that, and then if Chase wants to take on the longer territory marking trip today, then that's fine. I think we'll let him do that. I just want to make sure that we can feed these guys a little bit and mark the 1 hex in the direction that he doesn't seem to be going. Apparently this was a good direction to set out in, because we've got a bison carcass with quite a lot left on it, actually. I'll go ahead and mark this too, because this is going to be good. We got a Wilbur chilling out, hanging around in the distance, well, he's getting quite close, actually. He's not really all that distant. But yeah, this'll do for food. This was right where I came to mark territory, and hopefully it'll last for a few days here. Bison carcasses are pretty significant, so this is a good find. Look at this raven too. He's just chilling out. He looks a lot like a Tempest here. Pretty. Oh no, there he goes. I was gonna say pretty confident guy. This one too. They're really not all that afraid. I like how close they get. I really like ravens. Like, oh goodness, we're tripping over the rocks in the creek. I really like ravens in real life though. Like, they're very fascinating. Uh-oh. That's an eagle. They're really fascinating creatures. Eagles are too, but they're a little bit scarier in this game. But it's interesting because we actually have eagles where I live. I live in Wisconsin now, and I've seen, I'm pretty sure, an eagle on the side of the road when I was traveling one time. They're very, very big. Like, it's sometimes kind of hard to tell because especially juvenile or golden eagles sometimes don't have, like, they don't all have the distinct bald eagle look to them, but like when you see them compared to a hawk, they're huge. So I'm pretty sure that what I saw that once was an eagle. Anyway, we'll go ahead, we'll let the pups back out in the open here and hang out with them a bit, give them some food, and it looks like Chase is marking the entire territory. I wouldn't honestly mind if he'd let some of those hexes decay, but it's fine. A little extra buffer isn't gonna hurt, and we can spend a day hanging out here with the pups. Okay, I'm real nervous about this because that eagle is getting pretty close. Pups, please go in the den quickly. Pups, please go in the den quickly. I don't know if he's noticed us, but that is definitely a golden eagle lurking around in there. 2M, for goodness sakes. I know you're eating, but I don't want you to get eaten. He may not be hunting us. Yeah, he seems like he's gone his own way, but you can't be too careful. Eagles are some of the hardest to spot because you can't even smell them. So sometimes they just show up and cause problems. Is this a whole bull elk herd? Oh no, this is... Oh, it is a bull elk herd, yeah. Okay, well... I guess maybe we're fine. But I don't know. Pays to be cautious in my book. This was a pretty good call on Chase's part because it has given us the chance to get the affinity back up, which can be a real struggle sometimes. So I don't entirely mind him heading out on his own like this. I think he may be on his way back. Hopefully he's found some food as well. He was at like 90 something when I noticed him though, so he's certainly, that's a stump. He's certainly not in dire straits, especially considering that we did manage to feed the pups However, speaking of feeding the pups, holy heck, they take so much food. We have a full litter of 7, and yeah, I had kind of forgotten just how much food you have to feed them. I'm also on high alert here because I'm feeling a little bit uneasy. I kind of feel like something could be lurking, or could be lurking soon if it isn't already. I know we haven't had an attack yet, so it's possible nothing has found the den at this point. I think maybe we'll send them back in the den though, just to, you know, kind of get that training in there, get them used to girl. That includes you. Get them used to going in the den quickly when they're asked to, just in case. I feel like Tempest is she's not an overly aggressive wolf, certainly. She will defend her territory as is needed. Oh, it looks like Chase is on his way back, but I don't think she goes out of her way to be super hostile. That eagle's about to cause problems, isn't it? Is it? That might be a bald eagle. Okay, yeah, I think that's a bald eagle, so maybe it isn't. But yeah, she's not a super aggressive wolf, but I think she is a wary wolf. She's very, very cautious. She would rather prevent problems before they occur than have to deal with them in the making. Hello, Chase. That said, Chase is back now. I think she's feeling a little bit more confident that whatever may show up, they'll at least be able to handle together now, so she'll bring the pups back out into the open. And with that, I think... Chase? My guy? You good? You good? I don't want our puppies scattering. I think he might have been thinking about popping off somewhere else again, but I hope he wants to stay home now. I hope he'll stay back here because we need to sleep. I guess we're not super tired yet though, but we've reinforced our territory. We've fed the pups. There's no sense spending more energy than we have to when it is a precious resource out in the wild. So with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and we'll leave the Amethyst pack here for today because it is getting to be about that time again. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, the pups don't have their names yet. We won't be naming them the next episode. We will be naming them the episode after that. But if you do have name ideas for the pups, you can go ahead and put those in the comments. And I can't promise that I'll use any particular names, but I will be drawing from that pool of names when I go to name these guys in the future. So some names will be chosen, but it may not be any particular name. Just because you sent it in doesn't mean that it will be used. So that's the typical caveat for that. But I will be drawing those names out of the comments section in a couple episodes here. But with that, we'll go ahead and we'll leave this off here for today before that eagle notices us and decides to be a problem. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.